And we are live. Wednesday Night with Those Guys, and Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday Night with Those Guys, and as you know, Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. So, how is everyone doing? It is Hump Day, the middle of the week. I hope you guys have had good weather where you live and have been able to get out and fly your drones. Here in New York, we are, I believe, still under TFR that has gone up in the morning and come down at night. And it's been very rough during the UN assembly and the president being in town. So no one's been able to operate, or no one should have been operating, I should say. Unless you, unless there's any way of you getting special privilege, but
which I doubt.
I don't know. So, like I said, that is what's been going on here in New York. How is everyone in the chat, and how is it going where you live? Have you been able to get out and fly?
Are you affected by the TFR? Because it goes as high as Westchester and as far out as Jersey.
Yeah,
out into Jersey and even out into the water. I'm like, wow, they really pushing it.
Brooklyn Jimmy. So
what's up with you?
SJM, I'm good. You know, I mean, I've been on the computer since we haven't been able to hit up spots and our sites and do anything.
Yeah. We got a little mini vacation thanks to all of these guys. I would have rather been working, but I actually enjoyed this free time. What about you?
Well, the day I miss is the day I lose.
Yeah, I feel you. I definitely do understand it, but it happens. You can only do what you can do. I don't know if TFR affects you guys out there, but if you're in the New York City metropolitan area, since what was it? When did it start? 2 days ago?
I believe
Sunday,
Thursday.
Sunday night?
Thursday, I saw it. I think it was it Sunday or was it?
It was Sunday. I think it started Sunday. I posted it in the group, and I don't even remember when it started.
Sunday.
What's zone guy 42?
I got the message of the TFR on Thursday.
Right.
It went into effect on Sunday, and should be ending what time? In a couple hours on? Or is it over yet?
There's one that's supposed to be ending and another one that's supposed to be starting. We'll go to Sky Vector and look at that a little later. Brooklyn Jimmy says y'all get the day off, but while I work, if the president is passing by, it takes 20 minutes to cross the street.
I'm sorry, man.
And SJM, we appreciate you, dude. He says, Herman Lawrence, I look forward to your show every week. Great company to share the evening with. Well, we highly appreciate that.
Yes, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that.
We appreciate your kind words, and it makes us feel wanted and loved, and it makes everything that we do a little worth it.
Oh, you said it makes everything feel all warm inside.
All warm and gushy.
No, I'm not gushy, but
all right, agreed. Take out the gushy part. All warm inside, like when you take a shot of liquor, you get that warm feeling. What's up, Johnny Drone Flyer? How are you? I see Johnny's he's learning how to use that Air 3 pretty good. I've seen some decent work coming from him.
Okay.
That he's been doing. He's learning how to use it quite well. So I look forward to seeing more. Anyway, what's up with you, Herman? What's up with you guys out there? What's up with you lurkers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not in the TFR. I hope you've gotten a chance to fly.
Yeah, man. Because here, like I said, you shouldn't have been able to operate, or should not have been operating.
Well, I'm going to tell you, They've been having military helicopters flying by in pairs of two,
Yeah.
heading out to Long Island.
Oh, that's because
The
your man,
VIPs.
your man was on the move.
Yeah, the VIPs are going out to the island, like to Martha's Vineyard, going out there to the restaurants, and there's a bunch of stuff out there.
They don't go that far. They can eat crappy food right there in the city.
Yeah, that's what the president did. He came in Sunday night and was like, "Yo, I'm
You'd be
chilling."
surprised how many of these businesses do well because of this.
Oh yeah, right. They get to close the place down for the night, and everything's paid for.
Well, I don't know about close the place down, but they do get business does pick up.
Well, yeah. You got Secret Servicemen. It brings income to the city. The problem is, if you live in the city or near the city, you're screwed as far as travel.
If you have to drive into it, yes.
Yes. Well, I told you the other day on the news.
If you work anywhere near it and you got to cross the street.
Right. There was a truck driver on the news they were interviewing. He was saying, well, I'm used to this. That happens every year. He said, I was in Manhattan and I had to leave Manhattan and cross the bridge and come back into Manhattan another way because that was the only way I could get to where I was going. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come into Manhattan across a bridge, move down a little bit, go back out across a bridge or tunnel, and then come back in across another bridge.
You saw the movie. How many bridges is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is true. Anyway, it's hump day. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. We appreciate you all. Click that like button, please. Get it out the way. Jim's droning. How are you? Hope all is well.
What's up, Jim? What's good, man?
There's a lot going on. We know you guys have seen stuff from prior live streams and other people doing videos and stuff, but there's still a lot going on in the drone community. So Herman and I always have something a little twisted in there that not everyone else is doing.
How twisted is it?
Well, hopefully it's something not everyone else is doing.
You know what I did want to mention to you, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite sure everybody has seen it, that there was a firmware update that had come out for the for the Mini 3.
Turn sharing on.
It came out for the Mini 3.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how every time DJI is just about to launch a new drone, they come out with these updates and these new firmware for the prior drone that was out.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these people? Oh, the Mini 3.
They flying a Mini 3. That's who they are.
Hey, the Mini 3. Hey, what's up?
Pull the Mini 3 out of her pocket, bro.
No, the Mini 3, was a nice little drone. I thought the Mini 3, I had the Mini 3 Pro. But it seems that, like I said, there's a new firmware that has come out for it. That would be version 01.00.03.00. And that I guess is available now. Yeah, right. And this has been out a couple of days, the notification on this firmware update, and I'm quite sure that everybody is aware of this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that they came out with this in the like I said, just with the with all of the stuff going on now to talk about the Mini 4 Pro. It seems like it's just like last year, or last July is when when I got the Mini 3. See, there's so many of these minis. The Mini 3 Pro. Yeah, the Mini 3 Pro. Because I remember I took it down to Miami with me.
Right.
And,
I remember.
Yeah. And we had to ride that COVID plane back.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the FAA, if you leave their website open, they will time you out.
There's a few sites like that.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing, man.
They don't want you, they want to make sure that there's nothing malicious floating around in there. That why is it still open? You know, like there's nothing happening.
Yeah, that's what's up. Because I just went to.
Or it appears that nothing is happening.
Listen, if you got the Mini 3, they've made some updates to it. Check it out. They've enhanced it. Oh, what's one of the main updates that they did?
Oh, I don't have the article in front of me.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what it is. It was originally 12 megapixel. Now it is 48 megapixel.
Whoa.
So they've tripled the sensor.
So other than
you heard this sensor tripling before?
So other than the obstacle avoidance, what is it? 4K 30? I don't know. Is it shoot?
Yes, 60? It is 4K 30. Yes, it is 4K 30, okay. But they've tripled the megapixel because it was only 12 megapixel.
No, because I was saying that, no, that's what I was saying, because that and the and the obstacle avoidance is what makes it not a pro.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You're 100% right. You're cropping.
I don't have a nickel and a dime, but I got a quarter. Can I get one of those features?
You know what? Because of the last upgrade that they did to the Mavic 3, which I think is the best upgrade since the Mavic 3 has been out, it would be wise to keep people interested in the older stuff, even though you have stuff coming out. Huh?
You're right. You're absolutely right. The only problem with that is that when people stop doing those updates and stuff like that, they buy new drones.
True. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? When they're doing those updates, they're not buying new drones.
And I want to put a disclaimer out there. I know I'm always joking about I would never buy another Mini and stuff like that. The Mini series is a great series of drones. DJI has an impeccable line of drones. From the Mini up, that's all I can say. Yes, you heard it here. Yes, I don't want you to think that I'm in any way, shape, or form. When I say, someone always asks, are you getting the Mini 4, the Mini 3, the Mini 2? And I always say no. Am I a little bougie with 1-inch sensors and now this new 4/3? Yeah. But once I discovered a 1-inch sensor on a Phantom 4 standard and then the Phantom 4 Pro, it was a wrap.
Is that what it is?
So yeah, so when you hear me talk about cell phone sensors and stuff like that, I'm not degrading them or talking anything about them, because they're great drones, they're great cameras. I just prefer, me personally, a 1-inch sensor, or like these new 4/3 that are on the Mavic 3s.
Well,
the bigger the eye, the more you can see. And Herman, you go back to many live streams and hear him saying that.
For me, when it comes to flying the drone, the further it is away from me, the more I don't feel secure with it.
I agree.
It's so little.
Hey, Bill.
And yes, it's capable, but that's on a perfect day.
It's true.
You saw what happened when we was out at Calvert, trying to cross Coney Island Creek.
Yeah. Yes, I've seen quite a few incidents with you. The Phantom 4 that wouldn't land. The Mini 3 that went in to return to home while you were flying it back home. We've had a few incidents. Nothing dramatic. We've no loss of drones, no animals or people were harmed. But they're DJI, as far as their record, in comparison to all of the bad shit that happens, compared to their record, is nothing. So if every now and then you don't ask you to calibrate it, there's a reason. Calibrate it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, for what we've heard, as far as
Warren say, are you saying you like the Mini? I do like the Mini.
Oh,
It
he
just
loves the
doesn't
Mini.
serve my purpose. Yes, Warren. I do like the Mini. It just doesn't serve my purpose now. Now that I'm getting older and I don't want to back up the Mavic 3 because I use my Mavic 3 to work, and my Air 2S, I use that specifically for certain things. Now I would probably get a Mini just to have in my pocket to carry around, something to carry around with me all the time.
Really?
Says week updates. Hey, Night Train, what's good, Mike?
What happened?
All
Night
is well.
Train.
Hope all is well, man. Haven't seen you in a minute. But honestly, now I could say I would invest in a Mini 3 Pro, a Mini 3 Pro. I don't need the
Mini
4
3
or
Pro.
maybe even a Mini 3.
Get the Mini 4 Pro. You got the OcuSync.
No, because then we're going to OcuSync 4 and then I'm going to have to carry another controller and all of that. No. I'll take my smart controller and my
controller.
My RC Pro. I can fly my Air 2S, my Mavic 3, and the Mini 3 series.
Once that controller is past the warranty, I'm gonna look for somebody to put some antennas on
it. I have better DJI drones, but love my Mini too. It's more capable. I fly it in very strong winds, and it amazed me. Footage was very good. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Across the spectrum of drones, from their smallest to their largest, there are very few things. Is that a Mini and you're in your pocket, and are you just happy to see me, Warren? Oh no. I still have my Air 2S and I will keep it next. But you know what? The Air 2S is small enough for me because I'm a big guy, so I can carry it in my hoodie. I could see a Karen going, he's got a gun. Could you imagine? He pulled that out of there. What else is in there? Anyway.
The Mini is a good drone and it is capable. Like I said, I just don't feel that comfortable flying it in the way I fly it, the Mavic 3 or even the Air 2S.
But I think hold on, Johnny Dronefly says, but I think they're making drones you have to have now worth a little less by coming out with new drones if you're trying to sell one and move up. As far as that aspect, I agree with you, Johnny. But as far as them producing drones, they are doing what any other business at the pinnacle of that world would do. They are, how would I say? I'm tongue-tied. Right now, DJI is the Disney of TV. You can't look at nothing on TV without Disney having their hand in it. And now you can't fly anything in the air without DJI having their hand in it. That's basically what I'm saying. Hey, East Coast, what's up?
Like if there's something that is being developed, they want to have their hand in that pot too. Because it's not about what the other guy is doing. It's about what I'm not doing.
Right. Right now, if you got on as many ladders as you could to go up there and tap DJ on the shoulder, because that's what everyone else is doing. If they tap DJ on the shoulder.
I understand what you're saying, but on the other hand, like what I was saying to you is that when guys are doing updates, right, that means that they're enjoying the product that they have. Doing the updates, they're improving the product of the updates that come out.
Right.
You know, DJI takes into consideration, because they know, and it's not about what you think.
That's know right, no texting and driving.
It's something that they know that a lot of their users are multiple drone owners. They can tell you that from they have record of everything you own, and you can go on and find it. You can go on and see it on.
True.
If you go into their online store, you can go and find your account, and it'll show you everything that you own from DJI.
Well, it's funny.
They know that you say that you may buy the drone that you have, even though you're doing those updates. But it also shows that, like I said, people are happy with the product.
Yes,
people are enjoying the product. But when they stop, you understand? When when the updates, when you start slowing down on doing the updates, they'll push more products. they'll push more products because of the simple fact is people are getting bored.
True, true. And that's kind of a good segue to show how many drones someone owns, because this, everyone, that's a good segue to lead into the remote ID.
Really?
Yeah, it is, because if you register drones, DJI has a list of everything you've had registered.
Really? But not only from DJI, if you go and you look, you're talking about registering your drones. That's with what's that? The FAA drone zone. In your on your dashboard and your list of drones that you own.
Right. Well,
you're talking about going back into that listing to manage your products to update for remote ID.
Yeah, yes, and that's what I actually wanted to segue into. So I'm going to pull up the screen real quick. For those of you who don't know out there, remote ID is effective. It is in effect. You have to take your drones. You have to go to the drone zone. Let me pull it up on screen. I'm going to sign in with you guys. I've already registered my drones, and I've actually canceled others. But
really,
here I'm signing in. I agree. And this is your dashboard that will come up. So for those of you who have not registered your drones for remote ID, this is how you do it. There's one of two ways. If you have a drone from the Mavic 3 series that is updated due to firmware, you don't have to worry about it. But for those older drones, and I have an Air 2S that needed to be modified. But anyway, let me show you how it's done. You go here, launch the drone owners and pilots dashboard. Okay, this is under my account personally here. And like I said, I did it earlier in the week. This is what comes up. Only one user, because I only have one user under this account. It shows 2 active devices in blue and 3 canceled devices. I just did this the other day. I canceled these devices, and I'll explain why. Manage device inventory. If you go here, I think it will take you to a menu where you have an itemized list of all the drones that you own. Here, I had a Phantom 4 Pro, a Mavic Pro, my Air 2, I had 2 Air 2Ss, FYI. I sold one. That's why I had canceled it. But you see all the activity here. The only 2 that are active, I need to move this out of the way. What'll happen is you would have to go to your drone and edit it. And right now I'm picking the Mavic 3 Classic for a reason. You go to it and edit it. And what comes up is right now, my remote serial ID number is here. Your remote ID serial number is the serial number on your drone. If you have the Mavic 3 or later.
Yeah, for those drones that have the 15 character serial numbers.
Yeah. I just wanted to close that down. But getting back to what I was saying really quick, the Air 2S also, if you go to edit, because it's not on that list, they will add numbers to your serial number. And you pretty much get the gist of it. They add those numbers. I didn't want to show it too long, but it's that easy to make your drones remote ID compliant.
Well, what happens is if you go into the about section on your in the Fly app, you will find your remote ID number for those drones that came out early or before the drones that were built in with remote ID, such as like Lawrence said, the Mavic 3 and later, or I should say, and so the drones like the Air 2S don't have a 15-digit serial number where you will find the remote ID serial number. That number you have to copy it and add it into your registration. And right now, they are not charging for that.
Right now, they're not charging.
I
So
don't
I
know
would
if they
go
will
and do it.
charge later on, but right now they're not charging for it.
Exactly. Exactly. It said, drone guy says, when I get my Part 107 and start using my other drones for work, I will register. I have the Mini 3 Pro Plus and the Mini 2 Plus, the Avata. And I think I will have to register. If you are using it for work, you must register every drone that you use for work. So that is correct. That is definitely correct. Hey, Maddie's Drone World. I haven't seen you in a minute. What's going on? But getting back to what I was saying, it's that easy to make your drone compliant. For those guys who are out there on the internet telling people it's not in effect, it's not effective, stop it. Okay. The only thing that's happening to the drone in March are they are going to start enforcing this remote ID. How? I don't know.
Oh, I know how.
Well,
the FAA plans to have these kung fu cops that hang out down by the parks and wait for you to pull out your drone.
and if your drone goes up and it's not registered, you get chopped in the neck.
Yeah, a judo chop.
And your drone shows you laying on the ground while it's landing, knocked out. That's what they're doing.
Goes into return to home.
Oh, that's messed up. As soon as you drop the controller, right, it hits return to home.
Goes right into return to home.
The only one I have is my Air 2S.
It's got a dead man switch on it.
Well, drone guy, if it's over 250 grams and you fly it, you have to register it. If it fits in a remote ID list, you have to put it in there. Until then, you can wait until the update comes out. But there is a list on the FAA site.
Well, Dan, is that there are ways of monitoring the remote ID. I'm quite sure that local law enforcement would be well aware of this.
Of who's registered and who's not flying around? Oh, yeah.
No, of how to find out this information if they really needed to.
This is true. Same here, Jim's drone.
Really needed to.
And well, getting back to the drone guy, what I was saying, he says he's only registered his Air 2S, but if you have other drones that you fly regularly, or not even regularly, you may fly once every 3 months. If it's over 250 grams, remote ID is in effect, and you must register it with a remote ID, or else it will be considered rogue.
Really?
Now, are they going to be tasing people? No, I doubt it. But Herman's kung fu guys in the park jump out of a tree and chop you in the neck.
They're going to have the drone police.
Warren, be good, man. Thank you. Really quick, Herman.
Yeah.
We wanted you guys, if you want 10% off, this goes on. This is still going on. It's still in effect for Nanook products and cases. Herman has a 10% off code right here, Phantom Flight 10. I thought I would bring that up early in the live stream.
Yeah, for 10% off on any Nanook product.
Any Nanook product on their site or products. The entire purchase, it's 10% off Phantom Flight 10. Thought I'd throw that in there real quick.
Yeah, they make all kind of cases. They don't only make cases for drones. They make cases for your firearms and whatever you need to carry.
Yes.
Even though every time I leave here, my neighbors think I'm going on a trip.
Right. With the plastic waterproof, shatterproof luggage.
Yeah, like who would buy luggage like that?
It's usually like that here too, Bill. He says nobody bugs me when I fly. The cops just want to know where to buy and how much, etc. Even subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Well, you know, most people do that. And
yes.
You know who else? You know who else does that around town here too? The guy that break into your car.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're a couple of sites where Herman and I are working. You
Like,
can't talk to the characters around there.
Lawrence, that guy that was telling you he was going to get a drone and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I know, I
Did
know.
he actually smell like he could buy a drone?
It's funny you say that because I did catch a whiff.
I
I did.
mean,
Yeah. No, no, he did not
I'm like,
smell like he could buy a drone or smell or spell the word drone. But
tell that dude you working, bro. Get out of here, man.
yeah, I was trying to be nice, but you can't be nice. It's like, beat it, kid. You're bothering me. Did you see what the other guy said? We would when I was flying doing the FPV of the crane. The guy says, "You see on the or the before he says you see on the back of the vest. He says, do not disturb them." He at least reading is fundamental. He got it. But yeah, you're right. I got to stop trying to be nice and be like, beat it, kid. You're bothering me.
Well, there's a nice way of saying it.
Beat it, kid. You're bothering me.
You answer a couple of questions, but listen, I'm working right now, but I'm kind of busy.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm in the middle of a job here. I would like to talk, but I'm working here.
Right.
Beat it, kid. You're bothering me.
You see, I moved away. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, I know, because you caught a whiff, or you were standing downwind of him. If you notice, I was upwind, but the wind kind of swirled back at one point and hit me in the face.
Like, this cat's spicy.
This guy Herman walks away. He had an aura about him. Let's just say
this guy is kind of spicy here.
Spicy. That's funny. If you haven't clicked the like button yet, please feel free to do so. We appreciate it.
Let me make sure I do that.
Oh damn! You can click the like button on your own thing.
Listen, I don't have time for hitting the like button. I got a show to do.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah. Mini to the max, Lawrence. So it's finally gonna happen?
Yes, man.
It's finally gonna happen, right?
Yes, it's finally happening.
September 25th.
Surprisingly.
At 9 a.m. Monday. The mini 4.
Yes, it is. It's happening. You let it play a couple of times, and then I want to pause something. I want to pause it real quick to show you what I noticed about it, but everyone's picked up on it. They are so good at revealing something. I'm going to pause it now. Hold on.
But they had the pocket in this picture too, Lauren.
Right there. No, there's no air pocket, air 2 or 3. They did very good with this, but what they're doing is they're showing you the rear sensors. And once again, you see these are the same sensors or very similar sensors that are on the Mavic 3.
Is that right?
Notice since they've come out with this style of sensor on the Mavic 3, they've been trying to incorporate it in other drones. If you look at the Mini 3 Pro, they have a completely different rear sensor system.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to point that out. That's all. But
is that right?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
I'll let it go right there, and then that's it.
What do we know we getting like what? We're getting a new transmission system. We're getting a new improved radio with the RC2.
Correct.
Right? Yeah, we're getting improved obstacle avoidance on this. So it's a nice little drone coming out. You know, also when I talk about the transmission system, we getting a little bit more range on that, right? To 20 kilometers.
Right.
Yeah. So, hey, think about it.
Oh, correction.
I mean, if you don't...
Can I answer something real quick? No, you do not have to pay another $5. Oh, wait. If your drone is already registered through the FAA, you do not have to pay another $5. All you have to do is take the remote ID number that's assigned to it and add it to your account. I'm sorry. Hey, Angie. Go ahead, Herman. I'm sorry.
If your drone happens to be one of the newer drones that is has remote ID built in from the factory, as it was built after that date that they had to have it in the drone, your drone from DJI will probably have a 15-character serial number.
Yes.
that number is the number that you will use as your remote ID number. If it's an older drone, when you go into the about section on your remote or in your remote or in your in the fly app, you will see where it says in the about section, you scroll all the way down, there's a section where it has all of the serial numbers. You will see your remote ID serial number. You copy that number, and that is the number that you enter as your remote ID serial number.
Correct. Sorry for interrupting that. He was asking if he'd have to pay another $5.
No, because they're allowed, you can go in. That's if you didn't. Well, if you registered your drone on the FAA drone zone, which everyone should be registering their drone there, and not through one of these companies that say that they can register your drone for you, and all of that, you can go in and edit that, and you'll be able to do whatever you need to do on your own list of drones and change it. If you wait until March 16th, I don't know if they're going to charge you another $5.
Right. We cannot tell you that. We don't know what the FAA is doing. We just know what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
But if your drone now, if you registered the Avata already, you shouldn't have to. All you have to do is just get that. Or I don't know if it's ready yet, but when go into the About Me section, like Herman said, not profile. Open up the screen where your camera is set up and everything, like you're ready to fly, and hit the 3 dots and go to that part of the About Me section. And it'll show you the serial number for your radio, the serial number for the drone, and the serial number for the remote ID.
In the About section, you scroll all the way down, you'll see where they have the serial number for everything and all of the firmwares that are applied.
Okay, he just corrected. He said it's not registered. So yes, that is $5, but you won't have to pay it anymore.
Yeah, so then you just go through the whole process of just registering a drone. They're just going to ask you for those numbers, and you just do it from there.
Hey, TJ.
As opposed to editing your account.
Correct.
You can just do it as a drone with remote ID, or with and add the remote ID then.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
But as far as getting back to the Mini 4,
this is 48 megapixels. They're all 48. They're all 48 megapixels. You get 48 megapixels. You'll get 48 megapixels. They all get 48 megapixels.
And you forgot the 34-minute flight time.
Ooh.
Now, my question is, will it run on the same? Someone seemed to mention earlier in the chat, I forget, will it run on the same batteries as the Mini 3?
That's quite interesting. I wonder.
Same form factor.
I mean, it could if they wanted to build it that way. I mean, the batteries work, right?
Right. I don't see them changing out a battery system that works. I mean, from the Mini 2 to the Mini 3, possibly, but if the Mini 3 Pro and the Mini 3 4 and they I don't know. I don't own one. That would be a good question. If you guys, will the batteries fit in the Mini 4? Is anyone out there buying the Mini 4 Pro?
Well, we don't know.
You see, Jim's Droning says he hopes the same batteries.
Right. So does everybody else, because the drone, like I said, if you look at it, it's not that far. The body style is not much different.
And it's a rear entrance.
And we know the batteries work. We know the batteries give you that flight time. So, like, why would you go through the hassle with such minimal improvement to the drone? Why would you go to the point of creating a whole new battery system?
Right. Jim Droning says his battery has a 46-minute. That's that extended battery.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, will that extended battery be optional to the Mini 4?
Why not?
Who knows? I say why not either, but who knows?
I mean,
Jim Droning says he's getting the 4.
The
Keep us
Mini,
posted, Gems.
the Mini 3 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I said I got it in July. Like in June, beginning of July, and everybody started getting them. I
Right.
did the review that early hot ass morning.
I remember. I do remember, yes.
So
it was hot.
Mini, the Mini is the Mini, but then we heard talk about the Mini 4 like less than a year after the Mini 3 came out. The Mini 3 Pro came out. They was talking Mini 4. Wow. And then it resurfaced again. No talk about it.
Hey, Primal.
With the ear talk.
Sorry, I didn't see.
So
Yeah.
we seen it. We got the pictures and stuff like that, right? The box and everything. We know.
Yeah, there's all of this stuff here.
Packages, the new controller, the 48.
You know, I got so into the conversation, I forgot all about the damn pictures.
Oh, look at it! Look at it!
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a good deal. You're getting the radio with the antennas first of all. I think that's a plus in the deal itself. But
you can get those
it looks
antennas,
like what happened?
If you can get your hands on a set of those antennas.
Check out this harness though, Herman, that'll hold the prop still.
Really?
Yes,
I have one of those.
This is a harness. You have one for your Mavic 3 that straps around.
I have one of those Mini.
Oh, you do have one.
I was giving those away to everyone on Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that, bro. But Christmas is coming around again. Okay. All right. I don't know what's up with these pictures.
Brand new, still in the box.
So now this drone, repeat, nice, is
for the Mini 3 series.
So now this drone is 360 obstacle avoidance.
I don't know.
Between the sensors on the top and the sensors in the rear.
Mine had 360 obstacle avoidance.
This is what I'm suspecting.
Whichever direction I was flying in is that it had obstacle avoidance in that direction.
All right, so you're good to go then. You stupid. Let's see what happens. That's all. Let's see how it comes out. I want to see it. Hey, Keith Russell, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Primal Drone Steve says, I got the Air 3 and the Mini Pro. I just can't get the Mini 4. That's understandable. It's understandable, but I do know a few people that actually have the Mini 1 and the Mini 2 that are considering getting the 4.
5 all the way live.
We shall see what the deal is. Anyway,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys, and I have to play this here.
What you have to do? Wednesday with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
And now that that's out the way, we are covered.
What's the echo?
The echo. Someone told me there was an echo, and I believe the echo has to do with with this here. Hold on.
What?
Wait, where's Zoom? Wait a minute. Why is that window down there? Oh, here we go.
He's losing it.
This here. Echo has to do with this here. Somehow I'm getting an echo through here, and I believe it's one of these two. So I'm going to leave things the way they are now, but this is I was having issues. Now I didn't have an echo, and now I do. So what were you saying?
Well, I know that sometimes I get feedback on your
I think that's because I have the TV too loud sometimes, and the microphone is right here. I'm on a 50-inch screen TV right here, which is only about 2 feet away from me.
I know
the microphone is about the same distance.
All I know is that from what I'm seeing is that your system is picking up the input from here,
Yeah.
and your input on the same channel.
You, Sean?
Because anytime I speak, when you speak, it splashes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you said that before. Hey, Draymond, what's up, man? Sean.
Draymond! What happened?
Sean Wilkinson.
I'm low on apple juice. What's good, Sean?
Please make sure you click the like button. We appreciate that. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. It's hump day.
AJ!
A little bit of drone news, a little bit of that. Big Matt, plug in commercial, those guys.
Big Matt, what's good?
Good, Big Matt. Hey, Big Matt, possibly this Saturday, if it's not raining, I might go out flying. The drone guy 42 wants to hang out. And I remember you said you wanted to go back to that spot we were at. So let's play it by ear because it's supposed to rain this weekend, all weekend. Mm-hmm. But if it's not raining Saturday evening, I'm going out somewhere to fly. Especially after a week of not flying with all of this UN TFR shit going on.
That's what it is.
I figured I would bring that up.
The second you can't fly for more than 2 days, you over there
jonesing. Yep.
Biting the furniture.
Cranky, cursing people out.
smacking stuff out of people's hands.
It happens. You guys know how it is. But you know what? I had plenty of video footage and pictures to edit anyway. So it made time pass. But I'll keep you posted, Big Matt, definitely. Along with you, Drone Guy 42, let you guys know.
Oh, where is he talking about flying?
Huh?
Where's he talking about flying at?
He wanted to go back to Long Island City. But I actually was thinking about going back over by in that direction, but I want to fly from the Queensbridge side. Now, do you remember we were down in the park? I was thinking about there, but I have a much better spot.
Okay.
I have a much better spot because you'll be able to fly Queensbridge, the bridge, and everything else in that area.
Be careful.
Oh, I know.
That's some areas where remember you and Vic was talking about where unsavory characters.
Oh yeah.
Might want to come and jack you for your drone. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
I'll be working off Friday and Monday. Okay, got you, Matt.
Can you imagine that becomes a thing?
What? Where people are getting jacked for their drones?
Where guys
are getting tased, shot, stabbed, and everything else.
Where guys are using apps to find out where drone pilots are to go and rob them, and they're getting shot and killed because drone pilots are fed up already.
Now, see, that's what's up. Hey, Thomas Baker, welcome to the stream.
I hope it doesn't get to something like that.
Oh, Queensbridge, my old home. River Park, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we were in the Ice Bowl.
But we were there during the day. Yeah, I'm not going in there in that park at night. What are you, crazy?
It wasn't practically night that time we went over there for the Ice Bowl for your birthday.
Oh, yeah, that was morning. Herman, this was when we were really open. You know, when you get a group of guys who just love the, no matter what it is.
They call it stupid.
I had the stupid idea I wanted to fly on my birthday, which happened to be one of the coldest days of the effing year.
He had a sneak out for his birthday.
Yeah, we call it sneak out because in order to be at this place by sun up, we had to leave. I remember leaving my house about 3:30 in the morning. I remember, but a bunch of us met up at the Queensbridge Park, right? And it was middle of the winter, December 9th, ice on the ground. So, it was brick.
So let me ask you a question.
And we flew. We did fly, though.
So do you take your pillow and put it to the back of the wife and get out the bed?
Back then, when I had to worry about those things, No, she said, "You're going out to fly. It's his birthday. That's how that much less I have to deal with him." She didn't give a damn. She did not give a damn. Thomas Baker says he lived there during the 70s and 80s. All right, that's what's up.
See, here's what I was asked.
What?
How is it that you're capable of finding every park in the tri-state area to fly that drone at, and places that are not even parks to go and fly this drone? But I asked you to go and sit with me in the park, and you can't do that.
Oh! See, I know that.
I'm like, see, that's the key problem right there. You want me to sit in the park,
right,
and do nothing
when I could be flying.
I could be flying a drone.
Some of them get it, some of them don't. That's all I can say. Some of them get it, some of them don't.
Why would I sit here and do nothing? I could be flying the drone.
Well, see, that's how I feel about going to the beach. Like my ex would say, "How come you don't go to the beach with us?" I go to the beach with them like 3 times a year. They want to go every day.
You feel like a hot dog?
But my thing is, if I'm going to be in the sun baking,
like a hot dog,
I'd rather be playing golf and walking on the soft grass. If I'm going to be
out, hot dog, you took your clothes off to go bake in the sun.
Right. She wants to lay there in the sun and cook on one side and then flip over, when that side is done, and then go splash around in the water. I'm not a beach person. Plus, I've almost died in the Atlantic Ocean 2 times. I've drowned twice, so I don't play with large bodies of water no more.
Here we go. Somebody threw a tablespoon of water on Lawrence at the beach. He will forever be terrified of the water.
Listen, Riptide swept me from off my feet, dude. And next thing you know, I was like, and the light was that way, and I was being pulled that way. No, I'm almost drowned twice. I don't like beaches. I'm not cool with beaches. But if I'm going to be in the sun, I'd rather be doing something I enjoy, like flying a drone or playing golf, or even some type of sport. But just to lay there and cook yourself and turn every few, so you're evenly toasted, no.
Do that while flying the drone. Just take your hat off.
Exactly. Hey, I go to parks to fly drones. You can go to certain parks. Drowning or suffocating, biggest fears. Well,
here we go.
Oh, God bless him.
Get him started.
Yeah. Anyway, we got to get back to the stream.
Don't get him started with the drowning in the water thing. Throw a tablespoon of water on Lawrence and start.
That's what it is.
In the shower, what do you do, like this?
Stop it. Stop. I tie my waist to the handrail in the shower. No, I'm not that bad. Big Matt said, my ex said I care more about those drones than her. Guess who's still around? DJI. Good one, Matt. I gotta remember that. Guess who's still around? DJI. That's funny. That's a good one.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? With that being said,
yeah.
The FAA. We talk about, the FAA and certifications all the time. And one of the number one companies we're talking about was, on stuff that you won't hear on Monday nights. But, we're talking about Zipline and stuff like that. Zipline has received authorization from the FAA for beyond visual line of sight drone delivery. Now, I don't know about you, but I thought they were
in the United States.
I thought they were already doing this, but apparently.
Here's the catch. They were doing deliveries, but they were doing deliveries with spotters along the route. They had
Right.
visual observers. Sorry, visual observers along the route. Now they
Yeah.
no longer need these visual observers.
Right. I bet they did.
Well, here's
No, what
actually
I'm saying. No, follow. I get what you're saying, but I get exactly what you're saying, because from what I'm understanding here, right? Like I said, the FAA has granted them this authorization to Zipline for this beyond visual line of sight flight for their package delivery. You know, the approval means that Zipline, right, that they'll be able, right, to deliver their packages, right, to a wide range, right, around their delivery points, because they're looking to expand, right, from what they were originally doing, and be able to do this beyond visual line of sight. Right. So they have these points that they launch from, like we saw the catapult launch there. They have these points that they launch from for different areas, for different hubs and stuff like that. So, like I said, this will now allow them to do this without visual observers. Now
along the route.
This goes back to what you're saying. They won't have to have visual observers along the route. What did Zipline really have visual observers along the route originally, or were they really using that same system and being monitored for those guys that you see at the control system or control center?
I was under the impression, well, I didn't know they weren't doing it here in the United States, but I was under the impression where they started in Africa and places like that, they were not using visual observers. But that's another country and other guidelines. As far as here in the United States, this video that I actually showed, if you let me play it, this video was from a time when they had visual observers.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, that was from the time they had visual observers.
That is actually flight here in the United States.
Right. It is. So if you listen to it really quick, you actually hear the visual observer say, "Here it comes," and things like that. Let me see. This is their whole launch sequence, etc.
Controller, Zipline 5907, ready for motor spin and launch. Spinning motor! Launching Zipline 5908, 3, 2, 1.
Now, this is from an observer's point. And there's the visual observer to make sure it's on course and drops, which is actually at the drop site. So there's a visual observer on the way and one at the drop site there. But now that the FAA, and the only other ones that have gotten this, from what I understand, is UPS.
Yes, they did that with the Matternet thing there. Yeah.
So two companies here in the United States can fly beyond visual line of sight.
And this is actually brand new, because this came in an announcement from the FAA on the 18th. You know, which given Zipline International Inc. this authorization to do this delivery for commercial package in Salt Lake City. Right? And what is this other one? Bentonville?
Yes,
Arkansas.
You got it closer than I did.
Arkansas. Yes, in Arkansas. You know, so Zipline's doing pretty good. They're doing nice thing, and this, like I said, they're expanding now, because it's beyond visual line of sight now. Like you mentioned,
hey, Stephen.
The only other company that was able to achieve something like this was, like you said, UPS with the flight forward program with Matternet.
Right.
That was actually started and spearheaded by the Dr. Gwen over at WakeMed. in North Carolina.
Yes.
He was the one that showed the need for it, and it happened. He's not even a guy that flies drones, but he saw that there was a use for the technology, and there it went. That opened up a big thing with UPS.
Oh, Keith Russell says Bentonville is Wally World's headquarters. Thank you, Keith, for explaining that. That's okay. See, see. Learn something new every day.
So they'll be probably working, like I said, with Wally World, because when Zipline first announced that they were going to be operating in the States, it was in a joint project with Wally World.
Okay, then that makes a lot of damn sense. Jim's Droning says they're trying to change beyond visual line of sight in Canada. The state observer has an advanced certificate, like pilots. Are they kidding? I just asked Stephen how was France, because he's Stephen from the Flyby Guys. You know, they do the drone light show stuff, and he just said they just flew 400 drones tonight.
Okay,
that's good. I look forward to seeing the footage. Oh, and I had asked him about the drone because this particular job that he's doing, they're using Parrot drones. And this is the first time that I've heard of, hey, Jody, it's the first time I've heard of a brand name of drones. Everyone's always so secretive.
I've actually heard of it before.
And my only joke was with Parrot, how do they handle? Because don't they make their drones out of styrofoam? So we'll talk, Stephen, about that. I'm always curious and got questions about that stuff, that kind of stuff. But you guys click the like button if you haven't. Keith Russell, I just supported your channel. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. Walmart's getting into the money. Yes, the money part of it is drone delivery. They're already doing it in several parts of the state and down in the South. Right, Herman? We do stories
all over.
Yeah. In fact,
they just expanded. It just got approval. We mentioned this last week of the approval in Lockford for the expansion.
Yes.
Lockford, Texas, for the expansion.
Hey, John Coopy, what's good, man?
John Coopy.
Hope all is well.
What's going on, man?
This honor of the infamous John Coopy. We appreciate you coming in, bro. Thank you much. Fly Guy Merrill, how are you, man? Hope all is well. He was lurking. Question: do you think DJI will update the Pro controller to pair with OcuSync 4?
I really don't think so.
Honestly, no. I don't
think so.
They're ready to move on to the next wave of drones and video transmission. I wouldn't worry about it. Get the RC. I just brought the RC Pro a while back. I've had it for a little while now, right, Herman?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little while.
Truthfully speaking, with the way they do it, the way they're doing things now, that OcuSync 4 and that new controller, I think is all you really need right now, because that's if you're getting into the newer drones. Yeah. If you're looking for something to fly the older stuff, like it's funny you say, I'm going to say this, but the Mavic 3 and
how can you call that stuff old? But it is.
And the Air 2S, well, they kill the transmission system after they come out with the drone.
The headliner drone, which I thought was asked backwards, but who are we? Yeah.
And the RC Pro controller doesn't go any further. So
Jim's droning, technically it's not too much for the RC Pro. He says it's too much for the RC Pro. Technically, it's not too much when you can fly.
Well, the reason. Well, see, but here's the reason. Software. But here's the reason why I say that it's not too much, and I don't really, and this is not something I would do. If I'm just using, if the controller, I can use the controller to fly all of the drones that I have that are on OcuSync 3.
Right.
That's one thing. But
Right.
a lot of people talk about being able to use third-party software, downloading that into the controller. Now, keeping this in mind, and you can weigh this for yourself. With the fact that they piecemealed the Phantom 4 Pro and created the Mavic 3 and the Mavic 3 Enterprise, you can't do any mapping or anything like that with the Mavic 3 because of the Enterprise drone. So that leaves that out of the equation for being able to use it. Plus, it doesn't have the mechanical shutter that would help you get more. I'm not saying that it won't get good photos, but the accuracy is not the same.
True.
And I don't care who wants to argue that. Now, you can map with the Mini, but why would you want to? Because the sensor is so small, and the height that the drone would be operating at, the quality of the images
acceptable to win.
Suffer.
Hey, Corey Mano.
And then you have that electronic shutter and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of issues with that. So, I mean, you can weigh it for yourself. But now for looking at these controllers, if they continue to do this with the drones, I don't see in the Oculus 4 days to come a need for the RC Pro.
Right, but the RC Pro still flies everything on the Oculus Plus and Oculus 3 Plus and Oculus 3.
You can't,
which is everything from the Mavic 3
it's a
down.
nice controller.
Yeah,
it's a nice controller. The range is great with it. The reception is better than the regular RC controller. I will agree to that. But you'd have to weigh that yourself because, like I said, you can download third-party software. That's if you want to play around and do other things with the drone and have fun with it. Sure, you can do that. You can't do that with the regular RC controller. If that's your thing and that's what you want to do, then knock yourself out. But I hear a lot of guys saying that they're using the Mini for work. I've used the Mini for work purposes too, but not to do some of these not with some of these softwares to create any maps or models and stuff like that. No,
Fly Guy Merrill, you're 100%.
I would never use that drone.
You get the Mini 4 Pro, you're right. It will not be able to use it with your Pro controller. You're 100% right. Different operating system.
Right. But if you're flying with the older stuff, if you want a controller that you can use for all of your drones on the Oculus 3, and you want the best reception, you want the customizable buttons to be able to do certain things on the fly on the controller, yes, that's what you're looking for, get it.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking to fly a couple of minis and a few other drones and you're not doing anything, I wouldn't spend the money.
True. Very true. Nice try, Jim's droning.
What?
He's saying how Canadian money is more than the American dollar. It's $1.40 to our dollar. So I said, well, you could have somebody buy the controller here in the States, not realizing the conversion.
That's need to get in the carnival.
He says, for example, you buy me the rate for 1,000, I send you 1,000, and I'm the winner. I was about to buy the Mini 3 Pro just for that reason, but the Mini 4 rumors started. Dude, get the Mini 3 Pro. It flies under your, you have the RC Pro, right, Fly Guy Merrill? So you don't have to worry about it. One controller flies everything in the fleet.
I'm gonna tell you this. Oculus 3, I mean, like really, and I said this 100 shows back. I don't know how many shows it was
Right.
How much more do you need? You know what I mean? Like seriously, like it's. Do you? I fly the Mavic 3 at construction sites. They got steel and rebar and all kind of crap there. And I don't have a problem. You know, I'm using what the Sasaki Sync 3, right? On the Mavic 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you this, Lawrence. It would have been nice to have what they show you with the OcuSync 4, if that was capable of having it on the Enterprise drones. Well, you don't. You got it on the Air drone, the Air 2S, the Air 3, I should say. You got it on the Air 3.
You're right.
What do I know?
100% right.
What do I know? They're pumping
That is
these
personal
drones.
preference. Like Herman said, if you want to go to the next step up to the next technology, and or you feel you must have, I will not get it unless they will give us 5 views from the sensor. Jody says.
What happened?
Jody says, I will not get it unless they give us the 5 views from the sensors. Me like the Mavic has.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got what he's saying. That's actually a great feature.
Hey Gary, how are you?
That's a great feature. That and the footprint.
See?
When
Smart
landing.
idea, Gary.
What did Gary say?
He says, I'm not going to scrap my $1,200 RC Pro to upgrade to the next big thing. That is very little more than my Air 2S.
Right, but what I'm saying to you was that controller, the new RC2 controller, they only did the same thing that they did to the smart control, the RC Pro to that controller, and put OcuSync 4 in it. They put all the antennas, the internal and the externals. That's what I said. If you do the same thing with if you can get somebody to put those antennas on your RC controller, then you should be good.
Right.
If you want the RC Pro, that means you were looking for the radio that has the best reception. You know, and you can fly all your drones with it. You have extra buttons to customize with. You have a back button feature that you don't have on.
Yes, I love that back button. Don't even touch
because it makes things a little convenient as opposed to flicking the screen.
But really quick, we have to do this little promo thing right here. If you plan on buying any Nanook products before the year is out, use this code right here, Phantom Flight 10, Phantom Flight 10.
For 10% off.
But yes, 10% off. That's what the 10 is for. Phantom Flight 10 for 10% off on
10%.
All Nanook products.
10%.
The entire purchase or anything from their site. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to buy your case for a drone. They fit them for guns and everything else, ammo, all kinds of things. The only thing they haven't seen done with a Nanook case is a lunchbox.
Why do you say guns first?
I saw a couple of cases I like. but they are basically a case. They make custom cases for you.
Your rifles, your cameras. They do for cameras, all kind of stuff.
Well, you may want to have a case to carry your camera lens in.
They even do customized cases for your gimbals.
Yes. So keep that in mind. Phantom Flight 10. Okay.
So if you want to show up someplace with a truckload of cases for each individual product that you own.
Yeah, right. Didn't we meet someone in Florida? His entire van had drones. I forget the gentleman's name. I forget his name. I'm really bad with names. Faces I'm better, but with names I suck.
You know what's funny? If I saw him,
his whole van was filled with drones. I mean, the walls of the vans. It was the drone pilot's dream. What were you saying?
Nothing. I was about to tell you that I don't know, this thing here, like we were mentioning Zipline, but
Yeah.
that's what we were actually talking about before you went squirrel.
Yeah.
We're talking about the RC again, but no, Zipline is here. They're here to stay, and they're expanding. They're getting beyond visual line of sight operation because, come on, it's kind of stupid to have those guys standing out there in visual observation.
Sorry, Corey, I didn't
How
see
long
that
was that
response.
going to last? How long you thought that was going to last?
True.
You know, if I'm going to drive over there to watch it fly by, you just give me the shit. I can take it with.
Yeah, you're right.
No, seriously.
And what are they paying? And what are they paying these visual observers? My question. Says you stand, okay, a drone's coming your way. You hear on the radio, Herman. So now you got to look in the direction. You know what a hub is. What are they paying these guys?
No, but if I'm gonna go drive over there, right, to watch the thing drop the box,
you might as well take the box.
Give me the box. Let me take it with me.
It's stupid, right? You drive ahead of the delivery to watch them drop the delivery. Hey, somebody was getting paid to do it.
How long was that gonna last?
True.
I think the FAA might have told Zipline, listen, take this certification and stop that dumb shit you doing there. Make business look bad.
Right. You're gonna drive an observer there. You can drive them there with let them take the damn box.
I'll take the box. Since you're going that way, that's like that boss that comes over to watch you work. Here, let me show you how to do this. Because you can stand while you're standing here watching me, you can do this. I'm gonna go do something else. You ever work for your father, Lawrence? That's what it's like working for your father. Don't tell him I told you
that. That's what it is.
No, that cat used to stand there and watch you work. I'm like, you want to do this?
That's like
I go do something else.
That's like dude over on Borum. I've never seen that dude with a hammer in his hand. You know what I'm talking about. You've never seen the dude with a hammer in his hand.
Just always in the middle of some conversation.
He's always around the site, watching people work, listening to conversations. But I've never seen him with a hammer, a screwdriver, or carry a cylinder block. Nothing, dude.
Job snitch.
What is your position? I snitch on everybody. Because I told Herman, I noticed this dude on the construction site, everybody's working. Even the supervisors are coming out and they're giving orders or whatever. This dude is the only dude I see that walks from one crowd to this crowd, or he'll walk and stand behind a crowd of people and just stand there. He doesn't say nothing, right?
He's a sponge.
Yeah, it's just weird.
The boss rings him out later.
I'm not flashing nobody, Jim. I'm flashing firmware.
Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know. Oh, they were standing around. They was at coffee break for 18 minutes and not 15.
Right.
No, but moving on, Lawrence. But
yes.
From Zipline, what else we got going on here? We've got the Matrice 30. Even she gets a major firmware update.
DJI, there's some updating asses, man. They've been updating.
Whoa.
Updating a lot.
Even the Matrice 30. I thought the Matrice 30 was complete. Was a nice drone altogether.
Me too.
I thought it got its last few updates, but apparently not. In September, it's been update month because the Matrice 30 got an update, and a significant update, they claim. That
go ahead, I'm sorry, I had to mute it.
This update improves what they call flight safety and custom options on the drone, and improvement to the the user interface on the Pilot 2 app. Yeah, that runs on the Pilot 2 app. For those of you who don't know, not the Fly.
A real app with some beef to it.
I like that camera.
An app with some beef to it.
You're stupid. Some beef to it. No, but the aircraft has a new firmware as well as the remote control, and the Pilot app has been updated. And for the firmware for the aircraft, you're talking about version 07.01.00.26, and on your remote, you're talking about version 02.02.04.05.
Okay, if you
now,
say
I don't know
so.
if that's too many numbers for you, but on the Pilot 2 app, you're talking about version 7.1.0.32.
Okay.
Point.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep pointing.
Yeah. But there was also upgrades in this to the RTK module.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not going to get into all of the version 0 points and all of that with that. But also to the intelligent battery station.
Okay.
As well as your intelligent flight battery. So those are some of those are the ones that have new firmware numbers. Also, you've seen improvements to the return. Well, one of the improvements was with the return to home in planning its flight path and its custom flight path area. In flight area. So I guess that's very similar to the update in which that they got for the Maverick, but a little different. The Maverick 3 different. There's a lot of things to unwrap with this, and it would take the rest of the show to get into this.
Draymond says he's hearing this last update had some issues making the drone unbind from the controller.
Really? I don't have the drone to I had that experience. You haven't done the update, I guess.
Yeah, have you done the update yet? Because of the rumors,
I don't
did
think
you do the update and step down? Or are you waiting to see what happens with everyone else? Hey, Eat More Possum, what's good, man?
Eat More Possum. There we go. Whenever you can.
That's definitely not good. Have you experienced it, or you're just hearing rumors about it in the industry?
Well, it might be on the forums.
That's true too. That's true. If you have a
I have not checked.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, like you said, I do not own one to know. The objective is to get one very soon or soon enough. Nope, I was planning on doing it tonight or Friday. Okay. Can you keep us posted, Draymond? We'd like to know.
Yeah, Draymond, let me know what's going on with that.
If you've noticed anything like that, or I'm sure you'll put out a video discussing this, which would be even better. Yeah, just keep us posted. Let us know what's going on. That would be good.
There's a lot of stuff with it. Let me see. What was it? I sent it to you, the article with the right, and
well, this list of things that they have is quite extensive. I'm looking at the list now. And other than the advanced return to home, this ortho collection supports customization of the gimbal angle. That's interesting.
That's in shooting your orthos, when you're doing your basic mapping. Like I said, remember I talk about using the Mini for mapping. Now that's something you can actually do because orthos, the direction of the camera straight down on the angle. I guess
Right.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can take from it, but how it works, I don't know. I haven't used it.
The added ability to view downloaded photos and videos in the album, the aircraft is disconnected.
When it's disconnected,
that's major.
That's big.
Yes.
That's big.
You don't want to have to pull your drone out to power it up just to look at what's in the album.
Well, if you remember, we have this issue with the
Hey, Lake Pilot
is shooting at the sites that when we bring, this thing is so bright that when we bring the drone down, we then have to look at stuff before we
put it away. Yeah,
put it away and make sure that we have certain shots, make sure that certain things is in there. And
right before we even power the drone up, right?
We can take the SD card out. We could always take the SD card out and put it in
a laptop.
In the laptop and find it. But that's shutting the drone down to do it. Now you can see it without having to worry about all of that. That's a good thing. You can just shut the drone down.
Well, getting back to some of this other stuff, what happened to the damn window? Oh,
well, oh man, what's happening here?
Getting back to the other stuff. Hold on, where is it? Just pull that straight up ahead. Where is the damn story?
Which one?
Okay, the firmware. I just need to reload the page back. Somehow I closed the window. They seem to have added a lot of stuff from what I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They've 14 different updates, 14 different options or enhancements.
Right, because
to this drone. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's because the update dealt with flight safety and
support for E2 certification, which means you can actually buy one of these and use them over in Europe, and it will certify under the C2 certification. That's a plus. So that's sales right there. That's money. Advisable and smart.
They want people flying their product.
Yes.
And that's it. And that's like, I've listened to a lot of talk about a lot of companies going over to the from the consumer market and to the enterprise market. And I kind of don't even want to call it enterprise market. I want to call it government, because because the prices of that stuff is far, 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 far out of the reach of a lot of people.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you're having to do some of this type of work, DJI is the great bridge between the middle guy that uses the drone as a tool for work and for recreation, as opposed to some of these other companies where, let's think about this. If you had to buy that teal drone to do what we're doing,
would I do it?
Come on, would you want to spend that kind of money to spend those drones are costing, if those are the only drones out there? It's a great bridge for doing some of the work that we're doing. Look at, even with, if you can actually use them to do some of the work that those other drones are doing, if you're still allowed to use them, you're getting quality product to be able to do that type of work for less money.
Wow. Draymond said there's one thing he has noticed about both the M30T and the M3M is how they create file folders for each individual flight you create in a Pilot 2 app. And I was saying that's actually a great feature, because now it's, that folder is from flight 1. This folder's from flight 2, and so on like that. I was under the impression they had already did that. Wow, dude, I'm in the process of moving files from my SD card from my mini to 1 terabyte drive. It says 11 hours to completion.
What are you trying to move 1 terabyte?
Yeah, to move what he's moving it to a 1 terabyte hard drive. And its card says it's going to take 11 hours to complete. Damn. Right. It does make it easier to keep your shots in order.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because now, like, we create that here in the computer to be able to manage files.
Right. When you can actually just copy the folder over or just move the whole folder. Hey, Off Axis, how are you, man? Happy Hump Day, Wednesday.
Off Axis. Somebody help. Somebody
Marcel.
help. Yeah, somebody help him get back up.
He's off axis.
He's off his axis.
And that's interesting.
He's wobbling. What's up, Marcel?
Hope all is well. Happy Hump Day to you all. The TFR will be over soon here, and people will be able to fly.
Be able to fly, go out there, go crazy. Key yourself, whatever you feel like doing. When you're drone into a tree. Remember that? Mavic 3 wasn't out for like a hot minute. Yeah, I ran out into a tree.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't see that big ass tree?
I do remember that.
I was checking out the obstacle avoidance and I realized I turned it off.
I remember, a few that, listen, I've seen it. There's always that first guy that crashes the new drone.
Always.
The MEA just load all the shots together, and it's a bit of a pain to keep track of your shots.
I wonder if that guy buys 2 Mavics, smashes one to the ground, and look like Crash, Joe.
I think guys who out there, right, like you said, they just to go viral, but someone always crashes. A new drone comes out, there will be someone on the internet that will crash it, cut the props to see if it flies with half the props, pour water on it, all the usual stuff. Exactly.
Why crash less than 24 hours after purchasing?
I didn't know, Draymond, I didn't know on the Pilot 2 app. I naturally assumed that it separated each job. I had no idea, but I have not used the Pilot app. I've used other mapping software, but I have not used the Pilot app to do any work.
The Pilot app is for the enterprise,
right?
Drones.
Okay. Well, I knew.
We use the regular old stinking fly app on the Mavic 3s, and
you mean we use the Hope You Fly app to do our jobs. We trust me, Draymond, we're about to step our game up real big. Trust me. It's just in the works. How many record pilots have registered their Mavic 3s? How many recorded pilots have registered?
I'm not privy to that information.
True, but what I can tell you is all my drones are compliant. We did a section earlier in the stream showing you where you go to the FA drone zone, and in the stream you go in and you add your remote ID to your bird. Remote ID is active. Don't listen to what these people tell you. Oh, it's not active until March 2024. Bullshit. Like the little boy said, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit. That's the Pilot. The Pilot 1 doesn't do it. Oh, that's with the Pilot 2 app. The Pilot 1 doesn't do it either. Wow. Okay. But I did show briefly how you can go in and if you have an Air 2S or something, Your controller shows you your remote ID,
Really?
provided you update it.
Did you show us that?
I showed it briefly, but
You
you got to go back to the beginning of the stream and watch
showed
it.
the registration in Drone Zone.
Oh,
We could find it in the app.
You see what Draymond said? He's laughing,
What?
right? Lawrence and Phantom Flight. That's why I stepped my game up to full RTK. We're headed there. We're working on our first RTK unit.
Well, you know what? I don't have a bunch of people beating the door down. They're saying, I want RT, I want mapping, I want. What I'm mainly getting here is everybody wants to show off what they're doing.
Yeah. That's true.
We were approached by one company, construction company. They want to do promotional videos for their company.
Right. For their construction site. Well, they have a construction company.
We were approached by them because they know of us for doing something for another company.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted us to do videos for them for their promotions. So that's what I get a lot of, like more so than the mapping and all that other stuff like that. The surveys, and if you remember when Tom was here on the show, he was saying that they were never going to release that. Oh, they're not giving that up. The surveys, I've spoken with a lot of them, and I'm not saying that it's not ever or not at all, but it's a lot less than you would believe.
Right. Oh, he said he was hit up by a few clients about both RTK and thermal.
Mm-hmm.
The page.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't ask for thermal work, but in different aspects of than the whole mapping aspect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You might be able to sell them on 3D models and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know. I have a tendency to deal with customers that know what the hell they want. It makes so much, or kind of know what they want, or think they know what they want. It makes it easier.
Okay.
Than to try to sell them and stuff.
Right. Well,
especially when the surveyor guy is there all week.
Yeah, but we are working on the first RTK unit, Raymond. You can bet your bottom dollar, because that Think You Can Fly app sucks.
Well, I mean,
doing certain things. I would love to use the pilot app.
There's no need for it
right now.
Right? Yeah. I deal in the right now.
I'm very creative. I come up with some projects for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's buying an RTK unit, Raymond.
Listen.
You know, Lawrence, we spoke one time here on the stream, right here.
Yeah.
Stream. You remember Virginia Tech? Virginia Tech, they have they offer a degree program in UAS studies. Yes. They have a big airfield over at Virginia Tech. And remember we spoke about Virginia Tech, and they had the what was the name of that program? In Virginia Tech, they had the camp for the kids.
Right. Well, I remember.
Well, guess what? The U.S. Navy is hosting student drone camp. Yeah, believe it or not. Well,
okay,
at the the United States Navy's Naval Air Warfare Center. That's their aircraft division in Lakehurst.
Yeah.
They partnered with New Jersey Tom's River. You know what Tom's River is in New Jersey?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, their school district.
I'm
Where
familiar with it.
students, yeah. Well, the students were instructed in the basics of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, and the design and the purpose and operation. So basically they have this legend STEM foundation course,
right,
that helps they say that the program has helped 5th through 8th grade students learn how to fly and the purpose of real world use of drones. In the real world use of drones out there, and what they like what we're just talking about, some of the real world usages of drones.
right.
And this course has also taught them how to apply the mathematics and the science that is learned to the UAV's design and construction, and
Correct, James.
and testing. So this is a beautiful program. I love it. I love what I'm hearing about this program.
I love it too.
This it also students also this one here was big because we're just talking about this. Students also learn about video recording and editing their content.
Yeah, see. See, this is good. Anything to do with STEM, I'm behind. The Jim's droning is 100% right. They're using the Tello drones to show kids how, in most of these STEM programs, how to build, configure, and fly these drones. And this is the technology that we need to teach these kids to keep up with modern times. I applaud it 100%. In fact, don't we have Aviation High School who recently changed their curriculum to start training pilots to not fly drones, but repair eVTOL engines.
Right. For
in
repair,
the aerospace engine
for these eVTOLs that are coming. Yes.
Yeah. So, and these apps, I know there's a few people. We know Chantel. She goes in. She teaches STEM in her school. Teaches kids how.
We actually had her here on the show.
Yes.
She's a teacher. Yes. There we go again.
That was a while back. That was just episode.
No, because they you know how they changed the name of these schools so much. It was actually originally Gershwin.
Oh, okay.
Over there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the modern day name of these charter schools either.
Yeah, it's one of those charter programs. Yeah.
So she teaches kids several classes. And what's good about these STEM programs, and a lot of people don't notice, if you get a STEM program in your school for kids, the government pays for most of it. But it is a little lucrative as well because from what I understand, from what Chantel was explaining to us, she teaches classes in school, but parents come to them and say, how can I get interested in this? And she has kits that she can sell, a STEM kit with a drone, schematics and things, and the kid can take this home now and play with it. She introduced.
They also have like drone soccer games and stuff like that.
Yep. What's he trying to add to drone soccer? Yeah, they're trying to make it an actual sport, which is actually very popular.
It actually is because they have a league now with some of these schools.
Yes, the drone soccer league.
We did a couple of stories on the drone soccer, and when they first started that, the league and the kids and them training them were trying to do this on the Olympic level. They're trying to get this on the Olympic level.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
It's
things, man.
overview trailer clips. Let's see what we can find here. Here's one real quick. I won't play it with sound or anything, but they are. Come on. There we go. I don't know why it won't blow up any for more than this, but
This is another program that was spearheaded by like someone. Yeah, I believe that's the gentleman. It was another guy and a teacher.
yeah, this is the new thing to come, drone soccer. I mean, this kind of diverged from the subject, but anything STEM related, I'm
Part of the
100%
STEM
behind.
program.
Yeah. It starts with with a STEM program. That's why I started my godson at 4 years old. He's now 9 and even loves my sunrise meets. Oh,
Okay.
you're brainwashing him. See,
Sunrise meets
my
or
grand
steakhouse.
see Deneen's doing what my grandfather did to me. He no matter how late he went to sleep at night, the next morning he was up at 4 in the morning and
It's
breakfast
called
was
not
the
sleeping.
first breakfast was made for the first group of people leaving at 5. And you're brainwashing him to be ready to go. So when you say I'm ready to fly, he's already in the car, right?
It's called sneak outs.
Yeah, it's called sneak outs. Get back before everybody wakes up. That's what's up.
Sunrise sneak outs.
There's nothing wrong, nothing. Get them started, get them interested. But there are STEM programs out there that you can introduce to your schools. If your school does not have a STEM program and there's somebody there, or you can get them to get you to teach a STEM class there, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it because there's a lot of big dummies out on the street that that could be doing something else worthwhile. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, you know what? I really think that I think if the schools went back to these type of things, that you would probably hold the interest of these students more. Something that they can actually take out into the real world. I mean, like shit. I mean, you know, when we were going to school, right? They didn't even teach you how to balance a checkbook. I'll show you these things.
Right. No, when I went to school, we had a
use.
checkbook. You know what they did? They made us take in elementary school, and this was from the first
Some
grade to the
people
fifth
had
grade.
that, some
We took a
didn't.
nickel. Herman, we took a nickel
That was
and
the
put
bank book
a
thing.
bank account.
Yeah.
We had a checkbook and we had to keep
Passbook.
tabs on it. And you know what's funny about that even more so? When I left the elementary school, completely forgot about it. I was 30 something years old. The bank was closing down and contacted us and said, "You have money here." It wasn't a whole lot from nickels and stuff, but I was grown, 30 something years old. And I got a decent little bit of change from the interest that would barely occurred from it. But like you said,
0.0% interest.
yeah, right. They're a bunch of elementary school kids. Let's take their nickels. But basically, that's the stuff they taught us, how to keep a checkbook. They had to just show us how to fold the New York Times so you could keep it this square at all times and read every article, and how to fold it to the next article and all. Man, they don't do that shit in school today. You give a kid a newspaper, Herman, he might drown in it.
What did I say, Lars? He was cleaning out the bag and goes, "Yo, what do we do with this stack of nickels over here?"
Yeah.
That's from PS 385, second grade, 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm. But they said, if you do not contact us by this time, we will give the money back to the city. So I contact their ass. I did contact their ass from first grade to the fifth grade, and I think at the fifth grade they made us start putting dimes in. But what happened, we graduated school, and when you graduate, you're going to middle school. You're not thinking about bank account and all that shit. And it just accumulated, and like I said, it was a few $1,000s, but
a little passbook.
Yeah. The schools today. So if you can introduce STEM programs, listen, guys, the government pays for this shit.
With the way things are now in this liberal ass world, I don't want to get political, but they might start teaching you how to mix your fentanyl first before they teach you anything productive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for real. That's sad. That's what's sad about it.
But getting back to the drones.
Getting back to the drone news.
Researchers from Japan, right, have developed a system or a methodology, if you would say, for using 2 drones to inspect wind turbines without shutdown. Now, we've done a story about this once before, but if we first heard wind of this, and now it's back again in the news, and I'm hearing this again. Now this is actually a thing, from what I understand. They are saying that this has significantly impacted the cost of maintenance on with being able to use 2 drones to
inspect a wind
turbine without shutting it down.
But didn't we do a story similar to this?
No, we did not do a story similar to this. We did a story on this exact same company when they first mentioned the idea of doing it.
Okay, and now they put it.
Now it's an actual thing. It's being done. They're doing this. Japanese NTT is they're the leading one of the leaders in technology in since 1952, I guess they say. Well, they have developed this, like I said, this thing where they've used 2 drones, right? Now, now, some of the things that they have, let me go away from the fact of how they do this.
Go ahead, I'm pulling up the graphic now.
As to why it's this, because there's a picture I gave you with a team of
that's what I'm pulling up now.
The team of researchers that have done this. And one of the things that is very impactful. Well, show the guys that came up with this thing. The distance from the project, right, to the actual maintenance facility is one of the cost problems that they suffer. And actually, this one here I thought was weird because basically they're saying that the temperature and the climate and the weather is the other major impact with doing wind turbine inspections. Well, what they do with these 2 drones is one drone. If you see, like in this diagram in front of you here, one is used as a transmitter and one is a receiver. And what they're doing is they're using radio waves between radios to create what they call a Fresnel zone,
which is this oval
around the wind turbine. And somehow they have found a way that with this Fresnel zone, what it does is it will give them any anomalies that is that has occurred to this wind turbine, such
from
as
props to noise props, level, everything.
No, anything, and it's amazing. There's a whole video out there that I'm waiting to see some more information on this. I'd like to see it actually in operation. I've only seen pictures and heard, articles or stories about it in video articles, and I've read articles on it and what they do and how it's done. It's to use 2 drones, one as the transmitter and one as the receiver, and they're using the radio signal creates that zone around
the Fresnel zone,
what they call a Fresnel zone around it, and it just, I don't know, they're able to detect any.
It's ingenious. The fact that you don't have to stop the wind turbine, which means you don't have to get a guy out there to manually stop it.
That's
lock it down.
That's above the math class I was in.
Well, there's a lot to inspecting a wind turbine, Herman. There's a lot to that.
There is, but it's easier to shut it down and take photographs of this thing than
which is a loss of power. The story
right.
says
They don't have to stop the wind turbine from operating.
Right. It can still produce power, and they can still check for imperfections in the props, as well as motor noise, temperature, everything that they would do from an inspection of flying it while it's off, they can do with these two drones now.
It's amazing. Technology. Like I said, that's way above the math class I was in.
Yeah, definitely. The Fresnel zones. I know a few objects I like to put.
Create a Fresnel zone.
You hear? I know there's a few things I like to put in the middle of a Fresnel zone just to see how it works. But we won't get into that. Just don't be downwind, I'd say.
Well, you got to have a transmitter and a receiver.
So one of them's got to be downwind, right? Yeah, but that would be interesting. That would be very, very interesting, though.
What? The Fresnel zone?
Mm-hmm. I'd like to, like you said, I'd like to see an actual working template.
I would like to see them actually doing this.
Right.
Only, like I said, I've only seen articles and read about it, and I've listened to stuff about it.
And they've tested it.
But they're actually doing this. I'd like to see video of it.
Correct.
I'd like to see like the actual distance that the drone is away from the turbine itself.
They have I just put in Fresnel zone, and I'm always doing stuff. They have a Fresnel zone calculator.
Not the same thing.
I know. Radius in feet. Okay, yeah. They have a Fresnel zone calculator. So enter the distance in miles. Let's say 5 miles. Frequency. Now they're talking frequencies in gigahertz. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I have one of those calculators too. It helped me get through trade school.
But here's a Fresnel zone calculator.
Yo, you know what? Check this out. I had a
Thank you, East Coast.
I had a teacher in trade school that used to scream, "Whoop my ass" after school is over.
He used to what?
He used to scream out, "Whoop my ass" after school is over. Check out what he used to do. He would tell us, right, after guys would come from working in construction sites and stuff like that, he said, you know, some of you guys, you know, you got 12-year-olds at home. This is the type of math that they're doing in school right now. Maybe you can get them to help you with your schoolwork.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Is that not a teacher that says, "Whoop my ass" outside after school?
Mm-hmm. Right. Especially insulting a bunch of grown men.
Men and women.
You better not get caught in the bathroom, bro. Did you imagine what happened to the teacher? I don't know. He was in the bathroom a minute ago.
12-year-olds came in there, and
right, a bunch of 12-year-olds came and pummeled him. That's about it.
Whoa! Look at the time. It's about that time, guys. It's almost over. Oh no!
We definitely appreciate you all for all the continued support.
Lawrence,
this TFR will be over.
Anything special happening?
Anything special happening?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm going flying Saturday night if it's not raining.
Oh, okay.
I'm jonesing to fly, man. Haven't been able to fly in a week.
Don't let Lawrence fool you. He gets to fly more than I do. He's a lying son of a something. Don't let him bullshit you.
Don't laugh, Corey. You be with me.
He got the opportunity. Forget about that. He got the opportunity to shoot. Don't let him lie to you. MTA at work doing track panels. Don't let him lie to you. I didn't get to do that. He got to do that.
While I was working, right?
I didn't get to do that.
I was working.
He got to do that.
While I was working, I got to burn a battery away from the job.
So if he tells you that he's not going to the South Florida drone meetup, it's only because he's Scrooge McDuck. And he wants to swim in the shit instead of spending the shit on a plane ticket.
I'm going to the South Florida drone meetup. I'll be there. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate. Hey, Paulie. Drone Bum says he's stuck in the Fresno zone. Sorry, he's late.
Well, you got 2 drones on either side of you, one transmitting and the other one's receiving the information.
Yeah, right.
That hole is not in the, is really there.
That's funny. Listen, we appreciate
any final
you all.
comments, Lawrence?
Don't, huh?
Any
What
final
happened?
comments? Any final comments?
No, that's it. Be safe, fly safer. It's on and popping. They're finally leaving New York. We can fly again.
Get the hell out of here.
Nothing personal against you dignitaries out there. But
Yeah, you don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here.
For real.
We want to fly. And with that being said, those guys appreciate you all, and thank you for being here and listening to the nonsense that we spew. No. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us and listening to some of the information that we have to share with you guys. And with that, and we'll see you next time with those guys. Good night, everyone.
It's been fun.
And fly your drone. Get out and fly your drones. Check out some of these live streams coming on later on. You know, there's a few.
Make your drone
good live streams coming on tonight.
Stop bullshitting around.
Wednesday night is the good night for the drone shows. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out.
Yep.
Good night,
everyone. 5
everyone.
minutes to make your drone remote ID compliant, and you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah,
but
what he said.
Donate, huh?
What he said.
You can donate to the Those Guys Fund. No, I'm just playing.